Okay, welcome back to my channel. It's Charlie here. So I am announcing that I'm going to be starting a series. This is episode 1. Every single Sunday, I'm dropping a video on the progress and what I'm learning behind building a school to $100,000 per month. It's very exciting. This is episode 1. So yeah, I'm going to be sharing the ups and downs every single week on a Sunday. And hopefully I can just bring you along for the ride. And even if you don't want to build your own school, you're going to learn like so much value. And if you are building your school, holy shit, you are in for a treat because I'm giving away everything in this video. So let's get into this because you probably hate intros. But essentially, the first thing I'm going to talk about is the infrastructure and how I have laid out my school and how I've set this up for success. And then I'm going to talk about how I get customers really easy, and then how I reduce churn, so how I keep customers for months and months and months. So first of all, right, let's actually talk about the layout of my school and how I set everything up basically. So when you go to the about section, this is probably one of the most important things because this acts as a VSL, which is a video sales letter, also a landing page. So you get your traffic and they get put onto this page. So you need to make sure you set this up correctly. So keep watching. This is really important. So essentially, what you want to do, right, is you want to list out all the benefits of your community right here, or your client's community if you're building it for them. But as you can see, this is what I've done. And in terms of pricing, you can price yours whatever you think it's worth. Right now, mine is like the cheapest. It's actually insane because one reason mine is like 100 times better than anyone else's is because I actually give people software for free by joining. So usually to get Go High Level, which is like a all-in-one software CRM, it costs $97 a month. So what I do, right, is I give every single person who joins unlimited free Go High Level sub accounts. They also get all my done for you automations built onto their Go High Level accounts for them. So that alone is worth probably like 200 a month. Actually, no, I would say like 500 a month to get all my automations on their accounts, and Go High Level is like $100 a month. So already that like exceeds the value like 2-3x. And then we have like way more benefits than just those two things. But you get the point, because realistically, right, every single person has a community and has coaching calls. So you're not going to try and sell the commoditized things because most people have a community, right? Hence you're on Skool for a reason. So you don't want to sell a community. You want to sell, your unique selling point. That you need to think of something that is so like high in demand that not many people are utilizing, but you can. So for me, I knew that people were going to love actually getting software. So if you like hop into my school, you can send emails, you can cold call people, you can send text messages, you can do everything to scale an agency to 6 figures, 7 figures without purchasing any other software. So it just makes sense because you can cancel your cold email software and use the free Go High Level inside, Agency Start. You can cancel your own Go High Level and just use my one unlimited because I already pay for the highest thing, so you don't even need to do anything. So it just makes sense to join because it's very cheap. You get I can't explain it better than that, but it's like a steal. Like it's a literal infinite money glitch. And that has resulted in literally people joining like every single day. Like if you go here, right, February 3rd, February 3rd, February 3rd, today's February 4th, so one person, you get the point. People are joining left, right, and center because they understand that this is like insane because Go High Level is worth it alone. So what I recommend doing now, I'm going to actually talk about more of the structure inside. But that was a quick one on the about page, which is really important. You set that up correctly. I forgot to mention, but you can also put images here. So actually, no, maybe I did mention this. Yeah, but you can put testimonials. You can put what you get. And also you want a 9-minute video explaining it. And once again, try to have conviction when you're speaking about your community or your school, basically. So now let's talk about how to set this up. So what you want, right, is a new members pinned post. And this will tell people step by step how to get started once they join your school, because you don't want any confusion. You want this to be as simple as possible from the client's perspective. So from a customer experience point, you don't want to have any confusion, and you want to make it easy. So yeah, that's what I recommend. And then in terms of the classroom, so this is where you host your videos. You can see that you'd obviously want an introduction. So I'm not going to click on any of these because I'm scared I'm going to leak something. Same with the pinned post. I didn't want to click on it because I know there's a ton of links that you guys could just get for free. You're not getting them, trust me. If you want them, you can join the school like everyone else, because it is actually going up in price due to like the insane amount of people joining. Like the other day, like I went, like it's insane. But it's jumping up every single day in terms of members. But if we go back to the classroom, right, you can see that I've got like so much. It's actually ridiculous how much content I've got on here. But so for the people who join, they get the intro, the vault, the 6-figure YouTube funnel, and then the ChatGPT booking bot. And then these are for like medium tier or premium tier members, basically. But this alone is like so much value. Like the intro obviously tells them how to get started. We actually have a 12-week execution system, because what we figured out, right, is if we go to here quickly, I forgot to mention this, but and I'll talk about this more in the churn, because like that is so important that you keep people in your school. So please keep watching. Like the value is like insane I'm going to give you, and we're just getting started. But what we found was from our school that we can give you the information. I can give you the exact script, the exact YouTube funnel, which I give people on how I'm able to get hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of views each video and reach so many people. But the problem was that people, or the members inside my school, were having trouble executing. They were procrastinating, or they weren't doing the actions involved to get them to a different point in their life. So what we included was live accountability calls every single week to basically allow, like, have a bit of competitiveness and to keep them accountable. Because realistically, the only thing stopping you from getting what you want in life is doing the actions that allow you to transform your business and your life. So that is why we included live accountability calls, because we knew that people were going to struggle with doing the work. So this basically solves that problem, because every single Friday, if we go to the calendar section, you can see that we have a Friday WAM meeting, which basically stands for live accountability. So that is like amazing, because it adds a bit of competitiveness, because how it works is, first of all, you would join the school, you would post your 12-week goal of what you'd want to achieve in 12 weeks, whether it's 5K a month, 10K a month. And then I would personally record a video explaining how you can align your actions to achieve those goals. And then what I do is I tell you how to score. So the scoring system is based on the percentage of how many actions you actually completed each week of what I told you to do. And then you show up to this Friday meeting once the week is done, and you tell me your score, whether it's 60%, 80%, 100%. And it's a bit of like, so that is what we've recently introduced, because I know for a fact it's going to help so many people out. And then also, while we're on the calendar, everyone gets a Sunday coaching call, which is like a Sunday set topic. So it's about an hour of me explaining certain topics: appointment setting, sales, service delivery, offer, mindset, all these, topics that I talk for an hour, so masterclass kind of thing. And then it's about 45 minutes to an hour Q&A, so everyone can ask questions, or the biggest problems they're dealing with, and they can ask me on a meeting. And the reason this is really good is because no matter how many people join my school, it's still going to be the same workload. And obviously you can hire customer service and hire more people to do more coaching calls once you actually scale your school. But for now, this is amazing, because we have a Friday meeting, Sunday meeting, and these are very like valuable things. So yes, we could put like way more in here, but I wanted to just make it like 2 a week for the lower ticket, and then for the medium or higher ticket, it's 5 times a week. So that is how I've laid out my calendar as well, which is really good. And obviously you've got leaderboards, so people can get up the leaderboards, which actually brings me on to another topic, which in your school, you basically want to incentivize for people who get to the top of the leaderboard. Now, what I'm doing is I offer free one-to-one sessions for the person who gets to the top, as well as they actually unlock if you go to the classroom, they unlock the masterclass module here, which has some, masterclasses of other people. So other like agency owners, coaches who are doing, well over 30K a month, who have done like presentations and spoken for like an hour. They unlock this basically. So it incentivizes people to be active in your community, which just makes it a way better place all round, because the more people who help each other, it just grows and it just becomes a thriving community. And that alone should help increase your lifetime value of your customers if you can make it, actual really good. As well as I offer a 50% affiliate program. So if you join and then you refer someone, you get 50% of the sale. So that is another way to actually like get way more people in the door, is by, once again, incentivizing your existing members to get you new members, basically. Very easy to explain. But yeah, that is how I would lay out my Skool. So now you understand that, and hopefully you can take away some things I talked about. And if you want to join this, it's totally up to you. I'll leave a link in the description. It'll be the first link. Right now it's very cheap. The price will go up very soon. But yeah, if you want to join this and you want to be a part of what I think is the best community out there, because you get a bunch of free editions, then feel free to join that. If not, no worries. And now I'm going to tell you, right, how to get customers in the door into your Skool or your client's Skool. Now, this is honestly insane. Like this value right now coming up is going to like blow your mind. So for customer acquisition, getting customers, there's only really two ways of going about it. You've got pull marketing and push marketing. Pull marketing is pulling people towards your offer or your Skool. And push marketing is pushing your community towards people. So let's talk about pull marketing, because this will be the main one that I recommend everyone do. So we've got organic traffic, which if you're a beginner, this is what you would start out with basically. And at this stage, this is your top of the funnel. Top of funnel basically means that this is how we get attention around and awareness around what we're offering. And at this stage, so at this top of the funnel, the people who watch your YouTube and watch your Instagram are problem aware. They probably have a problem. And the reason I love long form YouTube, and the reason why I actually made a full module in here on my 6-figure YouTube funnel, is purely because I know that everyone on YouTube is in the learning mindset, meaning you right now, you're watching this to either learn or solve a problem, and you're problem aware. So you understand that. So that's why I think I can click on this one. But that's why I made this like insane module, which like is about 4 hours worth of like just pure knowledge of everything I know about YouTube. So if you think this video is good, like holy shit, like you'd be shocked at what I talk about here. I talk about how to convert, how to like get clicks onto your YouTube video, how to actually build a system around your content. So yeah, turning views into cash, how to own attention. Like I talk about my exact email sequences, so how I have an 11% appointment booking rate. You get the point. It's just way more value. So YouTube is amazing. I would have that as your top of the funnel, or your client's top of the funnel, and Instagram. And you can use Instagram as a way to get attention, and then YouTube could be middle of the funnel. So middle of your funnel is the nurturing process. So you get attention, and this doesn't have to be YouTube. Like I would equally recommend like TikTok, or it could be YouTube Shorts, or it could be Instagram Reels. And this is how you get attention. The reason I use YouTube is because a lot of my viewers are problem aware. And it just helps me build a connection with you watching this like right now, which is cool. So yeah, but you can use whatever social media you're best at to get awareness around your offer. And then middle of the funnel, you can have long form to get basically nurture and educate your prospect to build trust. And that is when they become solution and product aware. So this means that they understand that you have a solution, and they understand more about what's it called, like what you're offering basically, and your product. So I think I messed that up, but this one should be like full aware. So like full aware. I'll put that here. But yeah, it depends like how well you dial this in basically. But so yeah, that is that. Now when you get attention, right, what I recommend for your middle of the funnel is to collect as much data as possible. So what you want is either a free Skool group or a free training or a free course or just any lead magnet that's free, because you incentivize people to opt in, so put in their first name, email, phone number. So you collect their data, and then you would put them onto an automated email nurturing drip campaign, and I'll use Go High Level for this. So that is your bottom of the funnel. That is how you get conversions. But also, if you look at this line, also I get a lot of people join my school from Instagram. I do story posts, I think, twice a week, just educating and telling people that I've got a school. If you want to join, DM me school, like the keyword, and you'll get DMs of people wanting to join, and then you have a conversation. They'll probably have questions, so you answer their questions, and then you get them into your school, basically. And that is your bottom of the funnel. This is where the conversions happen. So that is what I recommend. Now, for push marketing, so pushing your offer onto people, you need to optimize for conversations. So we need to start as many conversations as we can in the day. Like, your bank account right now is dependent on how many conversations you have. And the more conversations you have, the more money you're going to make. Simple as that. So the sales cycle is way longer for like outbound and even warm outbound, to be honest. So this means the middle of the funnel will be longer. We need to make the nurturing process longer. We need to get them to watch more YouTube videos. We need to educate them more. We need to give them more value to build their trust and to get them to a place where they're like, okay, I'm comfortable giving this guy money, basically. So that is really important to understand. But when you combine these two things, then that becomes really powerful, because you can get appointment setters on Instagram. So anyone who likes your content or follows you, you have a conversation, which is kind of push, but still like pull. So it's kind of in between the two. And then you can just get people to buy because it's so low ticket. And that's why I like Skool, because I'm going to talk about now how we can use this, especially if you're selling high ticket. Like, if you've got a high ticket service right now and you aren't utilizing low ticket, I highly recommend doing so. So that's one thing to note. And one thing to also note is that you can run ads for predictability and SLO offers, so self-liquidating offers. Now, if you are beginning out and you're not doing more than 10K a month, maybe, I was going to say don't watch this, but you can watch, but this may be too confusing for you if you aren't making, quite a bit of money already. So let's take a look at this. Essentially what we have here, right, is an SLO offer calculator, self-liquidating offers. So the premise of this is that we run ads, so we run paid advertisements to your low ticket, product, whether it's a school or, another community. And essentially the goal is to, it's in the name, self-liquidate. We want to break even or even slightly have a profit on the ad spend. So then we have data. So how it works is that, let's say you sell, so right now my school is $65. And let's say, I'm trying to think, so that should be there basically. But what this is basically a calculator. So if we make this like more expensive, you can see that this will, okay, so I need to actually go onto the thing. So let me go on this quickly, because then it will adjust. Okay, so if I made this 9 back to 65, you'll see that this number changes. So it's a calculator, like it changes the actual inputs. So essentially with this, you run an ad. Let's say the ad costs $65 to get a customer, but then your school is $65. You may be thinking, well, that's pointless. I've broken even and I haven't made any money. Well, that's incorrect, because you can actually lose money on the front end. So let's say you don't have an order bump. Or let's say, okay, so you can see that we only make $108 if we don't have an order bump. But let's say this is 5%. So if we go 5%, so even if we lose $860 on the front end on ads, so we actually lose money, you can still make an extra 8K a month, which is almost 100K a year on the back end. So selling something high ticket, because the goal of a self-liquidating offer is to essentially break even on the ad spend, and then anything past that point is data. You'll be able to create a list of qualified buyers who have actually bought, because if someone buys for $65, they're much more likely to buy something for 4K or even 2K or 1K. You get the point. The buying tendencies and the buying behavior patterns are there. So this is really important because when someone buys your school, you could have a an appointment setter to have a conversation, get them in for an appointment, and upsell them, because you have the data. So you can actually lose money and still make a shit ton of money by using this SLO offer, basically. So that is one thing to note, and that's what I'm going to be starting on YouTube ads soon, basically. And I'll probably make that in the next few weeks. So that's even more reason why you should subscribe and like this video right now, because I'm going to be constantly giving you updates on my journey. So if this goes well, I'll let you know how I did it. If it goes bad, I'll also let you know how I did it. And yeah, you can just learn from my mistakes and not your own, and just get tremendous value from this channel, hopefully. So yeah, hit the subscribe button. I'm also trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, so yeah, please do that. But also, let's talk about this should say LTV. So how to increase LTV. I was in a rush making this because it's Sunday right now, but nonetheless, right, how can we reduce churn and increase the lifetime value of your customers, so actually keep them? Because once you get people in, that's like 50% of the battle. The other 50% is like keeping them. So you cannot just build a community. Every single person under the sun has a community. You need infrastructure. You need something that your customers can use every single day that keeps them. So for me, that's why I included Go High Level, and I'm actually going to be adding more softwares to that, to my school, basically, for people in there in the near future, because it just makes it like insane. Because like if they want to send emails or cold call people or do that for themselves or for clients, they can do that just from being in my school for free without paying for anything else. So you need to think about what you can include in your school to keep people by having actual like structure or systems in place that they can utilize. So yeah, have a think what you can create that causes stickiness, which is very self-explanatory. It helps stick over a period of time. So that is one thing to note. Now, these things are also important for increasing the lifetime value and reducing churn. So you've got a support system. You need to have a really good support system. So either yourself to start with, and maybe once you get to 50 or 100 members, you can then add customer service, which will allow for quick responses. So when your customers have a problem, they can get an answer within a few hours. Ideally, you want a thriving and improving school. No one wants a static and stale school group. So I'm going to be constantly innovating every single month, adding new things, adding software, adding videos, adding material, resources, coaching calls. You get the point. I'm constantly going to be innovating on my school group, and that's what you should be doing for yours. And that will like keep your customers excited, because next month they're going to get something else. And then the 10x rule: when someone buys your thing, they should think that it's worth like 10x. So that is what the 10x rule is. Like for me, like I've had people like come in and say like, this is worth like thousands, and it's like, because it basically is. Like, I'm giving you everything you need to succeed. So ideally solves their problem as well. That also helps. So hopefully this video helped. This is just episode 1. I'm going to be releasing a video on this series every single Sunday, documenting my journey until I get to this number here. And it also keep me accountable, because also the Friday calls will help, because I also go over my actions, not just what you guys have been doing. But I'm going to try my best to get there. It'll probably take like 6 months realistically. But it's a bit of fun, and this isn't even my main like thing, by the way. My main money making machine is currently done with you partnerships that I do with coaches who do over 25k per month. So I basically partner with them, and I help them install AI. I help them with building their content systems and appointment setting and placing talent and just infrastructure into their businesses. So this is just what I'm doing to help agencies and just to create some MRR basically. But yeah, hopefully you found this video valuable. If you did, just like and subscribe. And if you are interested in joining my school, I promise you there's no better time than now. I will teach you things inside that school that you will have not seen anywhere else. So it'll definitely be an amazing investment into yourself, I promise you. And yeah, catch you in the next video. take care, and I'll see you inside the school if you join. If not, no worries, and yeah, take care.